What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone is doing well, living well, and hope everyone had a great holiday. I wanted to start off December with a bang, and the way I'm going to do that is by bringing you a walk around on the all-new Mercedes AMG S63 Performance. Okay, so this one's probably close to about $200,000 in build. This thing has everything. I have a little cheat sheet in my back pocket to help kind of refer to it, just so I can make sure I'm going over some pretty sick highlights. Okay, so this won't be crazy in-depth technical. I just want to talk about some cool things that this car can do, and some facts about it, and also some rumors that I kind of want to clarify in regards to charging as well. Okay, so first and foremost, what is e-performance? Mercedes-Benz e-performance is not for the sake of efficiency, but it's for the sake of performance altogether. Okay, so if you're familiar with F1, and I'm kind of so-so with F1 technology, but it's basically engine electrified. Okay, so this still has the V8, the 4-liter V8 Biturbo engine sitting underneath the hood. We'll open this bad boy up just to show you that right off the bat. So still handcrafted. You'll see Oliver Schneider, thank you for making this beautiful engine for us here. Definitely looks good. And then we're gonna have an electric motor in as well, along with a battery pack. So this vehicle altogether combined horsepower puts out 791 horsepower with 1,054 pound-foot of torque. And yes, I said 1,000. So I was very lucky to get the opportunity to drive one of these on the track. And let me tell you, the performance of this thing's out of this world. It is very heavy, so it kind of, can be a contradiction on the track in regards of cornering and handling. It still felt great, but it had so much get up and go on those straights. And the way it can handle around curves is pretty crazy for how big this thing is. So this one does have the AMG night package, which is the darkened grille here. You're gonna have your front camera, big old air intakes, and digital light, automatic high beams and dynamic low beams. When you turn your wheel, it turns the headlight. Very cool stuff there. I'm gonna close this bad boy up. This does have the L5 badge as well, and that's where AMG's engines are handcrafted there. Going on to the side, you have the 21-inch AMG forged cross spoke wheel. The front is a 255/40. They are 21 inches. You'll see the size there. And on the back, you got some big old thickies, 285/40s if I'm not mistaken. Where's this one at? 285/35s, 21-inch as well. Okay, nice center lock there. You got the little Mercedes-Benz emblem. Along the side here, you're going to notice it says V8 Biturbo E-Performance instead of the 4MATIC Plus, because it does have that electric motor and battery in it. Okay, just take one little step back here, take a look at that thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this car. This has so many features. I want to pop open the door here. So this is your charging door. Okay, you have your little key with what this thing is doing. So what I want to clear up is, do you need to charge this car? The answer is no. You do not. So this is a very small battery pack, and I'll get the kilowatt hour battery pack here for you when I jump into the car. But the only time that you really want to charge this car is for a track day. How often are you tracking your S63? Not very often. So notice how it only has AC, does not have a DC adapter, which is fast charging. AC is just done directly at home. Okay, so that is your charging there. It does lock when the car is locked, just like your gas tank. You do have the high gloss in the back. It's kind of like a darkened chrome almost, and you have quad exhaust out the back as well. Pop the trunk here. Being honest, the S63 e-Performance trunk is actually not that much smaller. Don't know the metrics right off the top of my head, but it's not that small. I mean, yes, it's smaller than a traditional S-Class. I mean, the S-Class trunk is huge, but you have all your goodies back here, all your mats. You have your 110 charger, 240 charger, so you have your charging cable there, a little grocery hook, a little pass-through there as well. This is where the battery is mounted. So they just raised the trunk a little bit. I won't lift this up and show you all that ugliness, but definitely, I'll talk about the kilowatt hour battery here in just a moment, and then we can power close the trunk as well. Okay, so since this is an E-Performance, you have the red bordering, the red outline of the S63 badging, still your traditional AMG badging as well, and those tail lights look absolutely gorgeous there. Fuel door still on this side, so when it's actually unlocked, I believe there is a button on the inside, I forget, there's a button to release that there. All right, so let's take a little cruise back up to the front. Get the left side here. So boom, check that out. So definitely something to look at. Imagine this thing rolling up on you at a stoplight, okay? So now let's transition into the inside and let's check that out. All right, so now I'm outside of the driver's door here. Wanted to show you one thing before I get in. So with the S-Class, it does have the seamlessly designed door handles. To get those bad boys out, you can swipe on the handle with your hand. They pop out just like that. Mirrors will unfold if you have it set. If you want to lock it, boom, you got that there. Okay. One thing I just remembered, because I'm all over the place, I'm all caffeined up. I did forget to mention on the first part of this video for the exterior walk around, you do have a 4.5 degree angle of rear steer. So that allows this car to handle like a Toyota Corolla, or even just like an C-Class or an A-Class. So you can definitely make U-turns with such a big vehicle. That 4.5 degree definitely works. Of course, it does more of that rear axle steer at lower speeds, and then at higher speeds it doesn't. I think it turns up to about 2 degrees if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but enough of my rambling. Let's go into the interior of the car. So we'll swipe on this bad boy here. It does have soft close doors, so if I open it, give it a gentle close, the actuator will pull that door on in. You do have the same thing for the rear windows or rear doors as well. So let's hop in here. Oh, nice ambient lighting, looking good. That is customizable. So one thing that I'll mention, when you turn on your S63 E-Performance, it always turns on in electric. Yes, it's anticlimactic. You want to hear the rumble of that V8. And the way to do that, at least I do, is put the vehicle in accessory mode. So you click the button once, click it again, everything lights up like a Christmas tree. Wait for your AMG drive unit to pop up. Mute that. Then we'll go to Sport Plus. Then from there, just foot on the brake, start it on up. Okay, definitely sounds cool. It even does a little light show as well. Also check out that Taycan Cross Turismo with the red on red. We sold that vehicle a couple years ago. Pretty tight though. Anyways, distraction, squirrel. Lock and unlock, seamlessly designed, all your seat controls. The harder you push, because it's not really haptic, the faster the seat moves. Bottom of the seat, thigh extender, back of the seat, headrest of the seat. Heated and ventilated seats. This will allow you to adjust the heated, ventilated, and or just the seat positioning altogether for the passenger. Okay. Front windows are rolled down, one push. Same thing for the back. However, these do have rear shades. So right now the rear shades are up. Yes, they're up. You can barely tell in the video. So if I push these with the windows already up, push it, it will automatically put those shades down. Okay. For the very, very back of the car, you have a shade back there as well, and I have a button right here. If I push that button, shade goes down. So very nice there, okay? Trunk release is there. A pull to open it, push and hold to close it. Emergency parking brakes auto. You can adjust airflow here. Headlights, keep it in auto, does everything for you. Like I mentioned, on the exterior walk around, this does have the digital light, meaning that it has the dynamic low beams, auto high beams as well, okay? Adaptive cruise, we already kind of went over the steering wheel, so I won't be redundant or repetitive here. So right side, phone and music. This controls that. That controls this. Adaptive cruise. Drive unit, if you hit the screen, it changes what's programmed to the button. So you can kind of change with the little plastic lip here. What if you want to, so basically you assign a function, and then you use the plastic lip to activate said function. Okay, On this side, does two things. Drive modes, so you have your Sport, or Sport Plus, Comfort, Electric, doesn't let me do it right now, and then battery, okay? Battery hold, excuse me. So that basically you're just driving in combustion, individual, and then snow mode. You can turn off traction here, automatic, or you can go to automatic or manual, and then you also have the exhaust note down there as well. I'm gonna just throw this back into the Sport Plus. You can hear the rumble. So here, if I push it, you have recuperation. So recuperation is a very small battery. Let me see what size kilowatt hour battery. I know I said I was gonna mention it to you guys. It does not say, and I forget off the top of my head. I know it's small. It's less than 10 kilowatt hours, but I will put that on the screen right now so we know what size that is. Okay, you'll see the charge level there and the fuel level there. Okay, I believe the electric range on this is going to be different from the S580E. That usually is in the probably close to the 40s, 50s, if not more, just depending on driving habits. This is going to be definitely, I'm going to shoot high so it comes low. It's probably going to be around that 20 mark, if not lower. And the reason for that is this is not what they call, so this is basically, I'm trying to remember, P3 hybrid, if I'm not mistaken. So P3 hybrid is basically an e-performance. I might be wrong on that, but if I am, please correct me down in the comments. But basically, this is just a small battery pack mainly for performance, okay? So if I butchered that, I apologize. I have so much in my head that I'm trying to process, trying to remember exactly what. But you can change this display here. It does have the 3D display, which you can turn on and off with the tippy top left button here. But if I want to change it, I can hit home right here. I can go into track pace, and track pace is really, really cool. It'll give you like your line, especially with the AR heads up display. You'll see that there. Big old heads up display. Look at that thing. Boom. And then you can change all your different modes from classic. If you go to classic, you got that in there. You got understated, navigation, assistance, and service. If I swipe up, then I can do super sport in the heads up display. You can do your RPMs, and then that's track pace. So that'll show you your line on the actual track. Okay, so very, very cool stuff. Definitely really nice. And of course, you'll see like the power and charge. You'll see your charge meter there. When you're in S Plus, the vehicle does a little bit more brake regen, a little bit more aggressive. And of course, if I push in on it, I can adjust that just like a regular EQ from normal recoup, strong recoup, and maximum recoup. Okay, so that's something that's really cool. It does charge when it is in S Plus. If you're in Comfort, if I'm not mistaken, it does not charge. If you're in Comfort, it will always start in electric. Notice how that engine rumble went off. Okay, so if we go into the center display, this thing has everything. So if we hit home here, I wanted to show you this. You do have underneath your charge, you can change your SOC. So right now at 25%, we have 0 miles. So we can charge this fully. Again, it's not going to be that many miles. It's not for the sake of driving far or driving on electric for commuting. It's nothing like the S580. This is strictly for performance. Okay, strictly for performance. You can do charging programs, pause the charge, and mainly this is just charged at home, really, to get a full 791 horsepower of this beast. That's the main reason of the charge. You're still going to get plenty of get up and go with the battery dead, but you're going to get the full experience with it charged. Okay. I did want to show you under the climate menu. So you have air quality. So you have your ionization. This does have the fragrance canister as well. It is the number 63 fragrance. You put it in there, and then you can adjust the fragrance here. If you have it on the medium setting, so the middle setting, there's 3 of them. So there's 3, 2. If you have it there, the training I went to, they said it will last up to 2,500 hours. And basically it captures the essence of the fragrance and puts it through the vents. No liquid or anything like that. It's actually pumped through the vents. Does it every 5 minutes to refresh the cabin. So that's very, very nice. That's part of the energizing comfort package as well. Okay. since this is a hybrid, okay, you have your pre-entry climate control. You actually set departure times. It does not turn on the engine. It just turns on climate. Same thing in the Mercedes Me app, which you get for 1 year for free. You're going to have your lock and unlock. You're going to have pre-climatization, which replaces remote start, vehicle location as well. One other thing I did want to show you under home comfort, you're going to have a couple other things in here. All your massages, they can be turned on with your assistant in the car. So you have intensive, you can hit play here. You have your seat, which you can adjust your lumbar, your shoulders, which is the top part of the seat, side bolsters. This one does have the multi-contour seats, meaning that it will actually, if you set it to level 2, when you take turns, it actually inflates and deflates the bolsters, which is very, very cool. And then of course your ambient lighting. So that's very, very nice. You have all like your racing orange, you'll see it change, chrome shan, all your different things in here. If you go to open the door and there's somebody in your blind spot, it'll strobe red. Same thing with your brake assist, and when you talk to your Mercedes assistant, she'll pop up here as well. One other thing I did want to show you is the energizing comfort package. Not only does it give you the fragrance, or actually that one's the air balance package with the ionization and the fragrance, I apologize. This is the energizing comfort package, which is kind of crazy. It's a very Mercedes feature, but really, all this does, it basically sets the mood. If you have a long day at work and you kind of just want to decompress, you can switch to one of these guys. If you want to hear summer rain, you can turn that on and you'll get summer rain. So with this is actually amazing. This does have the Burmester sound system. So you'll see the little Burmester down there as well. When you listen to Apple Music, Tidal, and you use CarPlay, it will do Dolby Atmos and 3D audio, which is amazing. If you ever experience this, oh my gosh, it's like you're there watching the concert live or really in a thunderstorm. It's an extraordinary sound experience. So it's really, really cool. It works best when you plug in to the actual USB-C here. I met a gentleman that actually worked on the Burmester sound system from Germany as well, and he mentions wired connections always better than over the air, that you're always going to get the best sound quality there. Okay, so let's get out of energizing comfort here. That's basically everything in the comfort tab. We can hit home here, home again. Under AMG performance, you're going to get all these different things here, what your energy flow is doing. You'll see your battery back here, your electric motors, transmission and engine as well. And of course, if you're familiar with Mercedes, AMG 63s used to have the IWC mounted right in the center console. Tap that so the car doesn't shut off. And they still want to pay homage to that. I did a short when I first got on YouTube with this. If you hit IWC, it brings up a very, very cool animation with the IWC watch. Okay. Some other quick things here as well. If I hit home, I can go into settings. I have all my adaptive cruise. This does have the lane change as well. It'll do it for you automatically or manual initiation when you put the blinker on. You do have the request at start. So if you want to switch it like to comfort or sport, it will actually request if you want to put it in that whenever you start the car. I wanted to show you, this does have the Guard 360. I have another video on that as well. Basically, if your car is hit while you're away from it, it will take pictures around the car and alert you on your app. You have mirror folding, all that good stuff. But what I really wanted to show you, dynamic low beams. So dynamic low beams, you'll see in the diagram there, basically is what I was mentioning when we're outside. It will move the headlights when you turn your wheel. And then of course here, welcome and farewell projections. You can turn that on and off, and basically does a little light show when you lock the car and unlock the car. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much everything up here. This does have the piano lacquer, the flowing lines. So yep, the black piano lacquer with flowing lines definitely looks good as well. You have the microfiber headliner. You can barely see it because it's really, really dark, but you have that nice microfiber headliner as well. I'm trying to think of what else is in here. Wireless charging pads in the center console. It is wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto in the center console. 2 more USB-Cs here, 2 USB-Cs there. And you do have, under MB apps, you have a dash cam as well. You do have to have a USB with significant storage to run your dash cam, just so you are aware. So you have to have that for loop recording, okay? I won't go over climate control. I mean, that's pretty basic stuff. My temp, passenger temp. But let's check out the back seat, all right? I'm gonna actually take you with me. I won't cut the video, and I still got the key on me here. Wow. So let's go to the back. All right. So now this is really where the party's at. You really want to be driven around in this car. Ambient lighting continues on back here. I can do my shades. So this one here will do my rear shade. So this button here does my rear shade. Boom. So I can open and close that. This one here will open my roof above my head. Very, very nice. This does not open. The glass doesn't open, excuse me. So the shade will though, which is nice. Ambient lighting with that flowing piano lacquer here. Down in here, you have 2 more USB-Cs. So you have a total of 2, 4, 6 total. So yeah, there's your chargers there. You can adjust airflow here. You can do your sunshades here as well. So if I pull up on these windows, boom and boom. Definitely the chauffeur special. And believe it or not, it gets crazier in these cars. There's some that have the rear entertainment opted in, massagers, things like that. This just has the heated and ventilated seats. And then there's some that have an actual tablet here as well. More USB-Cs. So if everyone needs to charge, everyone can. There also is an option for a rear charging pad as well. Okay. Like I mentioned, you do have vents on both sides there. You can open and close the vents with a little button. And then there is a pass-through through the trunk as well. Pull that guy down there and you have a pass-through through the trunk. So definitely cool stuff. It's a good looking car. And I would say that is everything that I have on this car. So really appreciate you watching. Let's just take one last gander at this beauty of a machine. I can't thank you enough for watching. I know this wasn't a perfect video, but for me, I don't want to do a bunch of editing. If I mess up, I mess up. I'm human. And if I make errors, hey, it is what it is. I know with time I will get better, and with experience, it'll kind of iron those little wrinkles out. So just that, setting that expectation where I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to misspeak, or whatever the case may be. But if there's anything that you want to enlighten me with, share with me, please leave it down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. I'm okay with being wrong. I don't have to be right all the time. So without further ado, I'll let you guys get back to it. If you're still here at the, close to maybe 20-minute, 25-minute mark, I can't thank you enough. Cheers to you. Please like and subscribe. My 9/11 video just passed 20K, so I can't thank you enough for your love and support on that. And I'm on the goal for 500. I'm just doing it 500 at a time. So if you can, please leave us subscribe, like, and comment with all your thoughts. And please stay tuned for more videos to come. So thank you guys. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one. You take it easy.